Hey everybody, this is Rad Dad from the Midwest. I was debating doing this video, but decided to do it for several reasons. First of all, I'm super excited. My Tag Heuer watch has come today. It's a Formula One date, and I've been eyeing up this watch for a long time. I've been a big fan of watches ever since I was a kid. My dad wore watches. My grandpa wore watches. There were always watches everywhere. I was just always around him a lot. My dad, he had a lot of the like Timex expedition watches and stuff like that. And I just remember growing up I always wore watches. And I remember in high school, when I was in high school, fossil watches were really big, which is funny now, but fossil watches were really big. And there was one in particular, and it was a chrono. It had two circles in it, and it was stainless steel with a blue face. And I just remember seeing it and thinking, wow, that's a super cool watch. I've always loved watches. I've always loved, first of all, knowing what time it is. I always love the mechanics of a watch, just the beauty that goes into the design of a watch and the look of it. You know, a watch to me says a lot. It says a lot about the person wearing it. It's the same for what kind of car you drive. Some people don't care. Some people go, yeah, it's a car. It takes me from point A to point B. I don't care. It's a car. To me, a car is everything. It's your sense of freedom. It's how you get from here to there. It's your style. You can change it and customize it to who you are as a person. And a lot of times, if you look at the car that a person's driving, it closely resembles or matches their personality. Not always, but I'd say a vast majority of the time. Just like people with dogs, and you look at the dogs and their owners, they usually end up looking alike. So to not go off on a tangent, I'm super excited. I just got this watch, and there were some Tag Formula One videos online, but none for the watch that I ordered. And so I wanted other people to see that watch too, in case they're interested in it. I'm a watch collector. I've collected watches that are very on the low end in terms of price. I started out with a lot of Nixons, which I'm sure other people did, but you know, I really loved them. Are they crazy amazing watches? No, but they're super durable tanks. I've had the Centuries, the 5130, the 4220, the Falcon. I mean, I've had majority of them. And then I've had, you know, then upscale from there, Citizen, Bulova, Shinola, Filson. I've had all kinds of watches. And then you move up from there. And then, you know, you have your Omegas, your Tags, and then you can go up from there and keep going, your Breitlings, your Rolexes, you know, you can keep going. But anyways, I have so much respect for quartz watches, for mechanical. But long story short, I'm super excited. A few years ago, I couldn't have even thought about buying a watch at this price point. And truthfully, I didn't grow up with very much money. You know, my family and my parents did the best they could, but I didn't have very much money growing up. And most of my life I didn't. And, you know, it just represents a lot to me of how far I've come in my life and being super humble and grateful to be at a place in my life where I can order a watch like this. I remember, you know, when I was younger, my early 20s, I would go to work from 9 a.m. till 4:30, drive a half hour to my other job, which went from 5 to 10:30, go home, eat, sleep, and go to bed about midnight, wake up and do the next, and I did that for 2 years. I worked at Walmart for 4 years as a stocker, assistant manager in the shoe department, a cashier. I worked in the tire and lube department doing oil changes and tire changes and coolant. When I worked at the school as a janitor for 4 years, I cleaned up classrooms, I cleaned bathrooms, I set up and took down furniture and stuff for over the summer. I did YMCA volleyball. I've done a lot of jobs that weren't so glamorous. And I'm just super grateful to get this watch today. So I haven't opened any of it up yet. All I have is the box. I haven't sat here and thought about what I'm going to say. This is totally just right now in the moment because that's how I like things. Let's just be here right now. So you are going to open this box with me. Here we go. So here we go. Here's the box it came in. Okay. So let's see here. Let's set this down. I love that as soon as you open it up, it already has the tag outline on it. That's really cool. Okay, this is a pretty big box. Well, you know what? Okay. Okay. So here's the box. Oh, it's beautiful. And before I open this, the other big piece of this was I was debating between this watch and the Shinola Monster GMT, which is a super cool watch. The reason that I ended up choosing this one was just, first of all, the resale value. Tags just hold their value. The build quality, just, the reputation of Tag, and I'm not saying anything about Shinola. Obviously, I had a lot of people tell me, don't buy one of those, don't ever buy a Shinola. They're not built in USA, and they said they were built here, and they're actually just assembled here, and da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, honestly, I don't care. People are always going to tell you what to do with your money, especially when it comes to watches. If you have 2K to spend, people are always going to be telling you to buy different brands versus Tag. They're going to say, oh, well, that's too much money to spend on a quartz watch. You could get an automatic and you could get blah, 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 blah. I don't care. I buy what I like. Same with Shinola. People said, oh, don't ever buy the Monster GMT. It's like, that's an absolutely stunning, beautiful watch. It's automatic. The movement's beautiful. The bracelet has micro adjustments. So you just push a button and slides a little, which to me is a big deal because in the summertime, my watches are a little loose on my wrist. In the wintertime, they're tight. And so it's nice to have that micro adjustment on the band instead of having to go like push a pin in and slide it up a little bit. So, but anyways, the Tag for me was the winner because of looks, because of the build quality, the face of it. And I also love that it had 200 meter of water resistance, which is about 660 feet. The Monster GMT was $2,000 and that only had 100 meters. That had a lifetime warranty with, some stipulations in there. The Tag has a 2-year warranty and then it can be extended. But at the end of the day, I chose the Tag because when it came down to the two, overall comparing them, it was just more up my alley and more desirable. And the other big piece of it is I'm a smaller guy, so I have smaller wrists. I don't, if watches hit that 43, 44 millimeter mark, it's too big of a watch. And I don't like faces that look giant on my wrist. The Tag here, this watch is 41 millimeters. It's perfect size for my wrist. So that was a big deciding factor. So let's open this up and take a look. And you know what? I'm going to... Oh, that is just, even the presentation of just how you open it is beautiful. Okay. Thank you for your purchase with Tag Heuer. Since 1860, we've been combining our Swiss and technical innovation to prove the... Okay. cool. And here we are. So we have the travel pouch that comes with it when you order it online. And that's all leather. I will have to open that. But let's get to the exciting part right here. Slide this out. Let's see. Okay. It's a nice feeling box too. So here we go. I am very, very excited right now. I'm actually very excited. My heart is like a little excited. Okay, let's do it. Let's see this. Okay, it still has the blue on it. Yeah, and it's so hard to tell from a video because it doesn't do it justice. It doesn't do it justice unless you're like looking right at it. But wow, that is a stunning, stunning watch. Let's see here. Gently. There we go. Let's see, I'll put it under the light so you can see, but yeah, that is just an absolutely stunning watch. Wow. The size of it is just perfect too. That's what I like, 41 right there. That's looks great on the wrist, especially if you have a smaller wrist like me. But wow, that is just, you can't even tell. That's a beautiful watch though. Nice tight clicks. It's unidirectional, so you don't have to worry about losing your time. Wow. Yeah, that's just a stunning watch. And I did get it custom engraved, which is right there at the top. That's just for me. That means something very special to me in my life. But yeah, just looking at it right now, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell just from the camera because it just doesn't do it justice. But wow, looking at it under the light in person is like, it is beautiful. It's like just staring at a 911 Porsche. It's just like, wow, you just want to keep staring at it. It's just beautiful. So I made the right choice. I can already tell, I can already feel it. I made the right choice. So if you're thinking about getting a luxury watch, first of all, do some research. I do a ton of research. I have to put a ton of research into this watch and a bunch of other watches, which is how I came to this one. But do your research, and at the end of the day, buy what makes you happy. You're the one wearing it. You're the one looking at it every day. Every time you look down at your wrist, you're the one looking at it. So asking somebody else if you think you should buy it doesn't matter. Unless they've owned that watch and they can give you experience on, you know, what's good about it, what's not so great. Okay, that's different. But I would say just buy what you like. If you like it, buy it. Wow, that thing is stunning. So hopefully this helps you get a take on what it looks like. if you're thinking about buying one, just holding it right now, it feels like it was well worth the money. But I will do an update again not too long from now and give my take on it. All right, if you have any questions, just let me know.